Okay, so the next function that we have on the menu today is asking us what is the domain of the function y equals the square root of x. Domain? What is the domain? Domain. So essentially the domain is which x values are legal inputs, right? Because that's essentially what the domain is. What are we allowed to input into our function here? And let's think about this. Okay, so the x has to be under the root, right? And we do not have any mention of like this seems to be just like a real number situation. So because only dealing with real numbers, under the root cannot be negative, but it can be 0. 0 is okay. 0 is good, though. Okay, so taking the square root of a negative number, you can't really multiply two numbers together to get a negative number, which is essentially what the square root operation is asking us to do. But 0 times 0, that's 0, so the square root of 0, definitely 0. Okay, so it seems that valid x numbers, valid x values, we have 0, and we have any positive real number. So that really just excludes the negatives. So the domain is that x has to be bigger or equal to 0. And that would be the domain. Okay, graphically, what that is going to look like, if we were to draw this function. So if this is our y, and perhaps this is our x. Whoa, let's go back here. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would have a function that looks like this. Okay, 0 is good. But yeah, it kind of has like a fairly slow, kind of like curving downwards type of growth. But you know, the moment that we even try to cross the y-axis into the negative world, sitting on the border, sitting on 0, that's perfectly fine. But once we enter the negative world, we can't. It ain't gonna work out, chief. We cannot take the square root of a negative number. It ain't gonna work out. So a domain that says x has to be greater than or equal to 0 is going to look like this. We're going to have values anywhere that is to the right hand side of the y-axis. Anything to the left hand side is in the negative world. That would be x is less than 0, illegal, inappropriate, not going to work out, only x bigger than 0. Okay, so yeah, that is the domain. Set of all positive real numbers. Answer should consider 0 in the domain because only negative numbers are out of the domain. Say all negative real numbers instead of all positive real numbers. Cool.